Hello and welcome to the Fit for Life podcast with your host, Alan Fitton. In this podcast, I will be covering fitness-related subjects and my experiences to do with nutrition, building muscle and weight loss to name a few, and how, above all, to keep fit for life. Hello and welcome back to the Fit for Life podcast with your host, Alan Fitton. I hope you had a phenomenal New Year. Happy New Year. Happy Christmas. I hope you had a good one. Apologies, I was probably a little bit doom and gloom, a little bit around Christmas myself. Oh, we're swiveling on the spot here. So I hope you had a great Christmas. Thoroughly enjoyed yourselves. Hope you had a equally as good New Year. I hope you brought it in with friends, family, had it the best way possible. We're back. I was meant to get a one up last week, but I was just swamped last week. That was my downfall to the reasons why that didn't happen. So I apologize for that for my regular listeners. We are back. We are here. It is good to be back. And by God, we've got some really cool content coming up soon. Just a bit of a cap, really. I've got a good friend of mine, Sam Jalla, a two-parter coming up with him soon. We've got another mental health episode coming up with a friend, Wes, who was on here previously, jumping into anxiety and all the things like that. I've got a strongman athlete coming on here from Wales. And then we've also got someone local to me who's a professional sports athlete, who's also up on here as well, making his first podcast debut. So we've got some really excited people coming up on a episode very soon. Very excited, very stoked for it. And really excited to have you guys here with me for the ride. So it is the new year. It's 2023. So 2023 is a great excuse to start making a fitness related goal, to try and be a little fitter, to try and be a little bit healthier, to try and get into getting yourself on a better even keel, to being a better, stronger, fitter, healthier you. I think that's pretty important. I think you'll have seen all over social media these past few weeks prior to Christmas, coaches shouting and saying, you don't need to wait for a new year to start making a new you, and all this BS that we see that people channel and push out towards you to try and make you into a client, to get a sale, and all this jargon, which is all, let's face it, just propaganda and BS. Let's face it, it's Christmas. 9 out of 10 of us are probably going to eat more than the world, probably going to drink more than the world, be a social butterfly, meet up with all our friends and our family that we've barely seen for the past year, and have a real good time, and probably overindulge. It's a time of year. We have time off work. The kids are off school. It is time for us to relax, put our stresses and worries of work and all the other bits and just forget about life and all that and just enjoy ourselves. And we are social butterflies. We like to eat a lot and drink a lot when we are social butterflies. And so why not? We're allowed to. It's what it is. You need to do what makes you happy. And if you're doing that makes you happy, then grand. But now it's the new year that has surpassed. The kids are back at school. We're back at work. And you're probably feeling the clothes are a little bit tight around the old waistline, the tops of the thighs, the lower back, and you're probably feeling a bit like body conscious. So that's why now it is a great time of year to think, well, actually, I've just had the overindulgent. I've wanted to work on my fitness health anyway. Now is a perfect opportunity to do so. So what should we be doing? So let's make a goal. Now, right now, go and grab, I've got a pen, I've got a paper, and write down some goals right now. Write down some goals that you want to achieve this year. You know what? This is completely ad hoc. I did not plan this at all, but I'm going to do it with you. So, a goal for myself. Let's just shout this out here. I'm going to attempt to read one book this year. I'm writing this down as I'm here. And you're going to be thinking, like, what the hell? You want to read a book this year? Because I really struggle reading. I can read. There's no question about that. But I struggle absorbing information when I read. So therefore, I prefer to listen to audiobooks. I prefer to watch YouTube and take information in visually and through my ears because information sinks in that way. I could read 5 pages from a book and 5 minutes later not have a clue of what I've just read. That happens to me an awful lot. So for me, reading a book, I really struggle with. I don't absorb the information as well. So one goal for me this year is to make sure I read one book this year, no matter what it is. My sister bought me the Ant Middleton book for Christmas, so Maybe that's an excuse to get that in my tank. I want to be listening to 2 to 3 audiobooks each month to work on that. I also want to continue growing stronger and fitter this year. And in doing that, I want to get better at badminton, because that's a sport that one of my good friends are getting into. He's very good at. I love sport. I don't do enough cardio. I do a lot of weight training for those that know you personally, but I don't do enough CV exercise. So I want to do something that I enjoy doing that is fun and doesn't feel like it's a chore or a task. I don't want to go running. I don't want to go into treadmill because I find it boring. So if I can do a sport with someone, it's going to make it more fun and enjoyable for me. I can do that once or twice a week on top of my gym routine. Then amazing. I'm winning at life. And then continue getting stronger from the gym, in weight training. And I would like to compete again. Maybe that could be this year or next year. I'm not putting that down because that's quite a big thing for me. And I'm also going to put for myself doing a motivational speaking gig as well. That's something I want to get into because of my life story and what I've achieved. I want to give a little bit back to schools and such stuff like that. And yeah, so right now, right here, I've sat here with this pen and paper and I've written down a few goals I want to achieve this year. I may or may not have already written these down elsewhere, but I've done that with you guys here. And I've done that to give you some ideas and suggestions of the things that you could write down and work on. I'm a PT. It's important for me to have goals as well as my clients have. So it's just as important for me to make goals to keep myself accountable, as what it is for you to make goals. So your goals could be similar to mine. It could be to start doing a sport that you enjoy doing. It could be to start on a weight loss journey, to lose 4 stone, 10 kilos, whichever way you like to measure that. Whether you want to put weight on because you're quite, in your opinion, skinny and you want to put some muscle on, some weight on, so you want to bulk up a little bit. You want to improve your CV fitness. You want to improve your eating. Make your big goal now. This is the time of year to do it because we've had all that social integration to what we had over Christmas and New Year, and then break it down. So now it's time you made your big goal, you've written it on the paper, so how are you going to achieve these tasks? So making sure that you put things in place to make sure you tick these off. So I use like task planners on my phone. I use apps. What app do I use? Actually, I did use an app called Sorted, but I've stopped using that because by God, it grinds my gears. I've actually got an app called... What's this app called? I'm not going to actually... It's called Calendar. How original. It's not the one that comes with Apple because the Apple one, it just grinds my gears the way it shows things. And then also the Google one, I struggle with that one. So I've got an app called Calendar and it integrates with my Apple one. And this is where I put all my routines and my day-to-day bookings with my clients. I'm not sure you can see that there. And stuff like that. And I can put tasks in here too. So to make sure that I go through reading these books and badminton and things, I'll start putting things into this app daily to make sure I tick them off, to make sure that I am daily ticking these tasks off that I'm wanting to do, and I start basing a routine about that. With the badminton, I'm going to start playing every Friday because there's an open night at June's, so I'm going to start playing there every Friday. The gym, I'm quite stringent on that myself, but maybe booking something in with that to keep myself accountable, to push myself harder could be a good idea. The book, that again, something I should tick off daily. So maybe writing down and putting committing an hour to that every day or half an hour to reading every day, to switching off, to having that time with myself. And in doing that, breaking these big goals into smaller things will create habits, routines into my lifestyle that just continue to be there day by day throughout the year. And that'll make my goals seem much more achievable, keep me on point, and I'll achieve them. So universally, if your goal is to start losing weight and to get fitter and healthier, and your goal is to, let's say, maybe get back into a size 12 dress or to lose 10 kilos, break that down into a much easier, sustainable task. So lose a kilo first. Focus on that 1 kilo, get to there, and then be like, oh, I've lost a kilo now. Let's lose another kilo. And then you then go for that next kilo. Drop that kilo, and then go to the next kilo. And that's a better way of kind of breaking down your biggest goals that you have that you want to achieve. If you want to bulk and put weight on, going to put on a kilo instead of losing it. If you're wanting to eat healthy and eat better, starting to look at calories, starting to educate yourself about food, trying to integrate eating X amount of servings of fruit a day, veg a day, trying to eat 2 servings of fruit a day for 4 weeks. Getting that into your habit, into your routine. Once that becomes easy, open that to 3 a day. Getting that into a habit and a routine, building up to 4. And then building on it that way. Adding things into your life to make it easier to get that fruit in. So having a smoothie in the morning, because you know you can blend probably 3 or 4 sources of fruit in there with a scoop of protein powder, and that's getting you closer to your goals. So you see what I'm getting here. It's great making goals, make the big ass goals, but then break them the hell down. And when we break them down, they're going to be easier for you to, they're more so within arm's reach, make them easier to grasp, keep you accountable, keep you on point, keep you on task, and keep you nailing these goals throughout the year. And that's how you're going to get true success. Otherwise, if you just kept on focusing on being like, I want to lose 10 kilos, I want to lose 10 kilos, I want to put on 10 kilos, I want to get this particular body shape. If that's all you focus on, you're going to get very unmotivated because it's far down the line and it will take time to get there. And this is all part of the process. It's not going to come easy to you. It will be challenging and you may fail. But through failures in life, we learn. And through learning through those failures, we'll make sure that those failures don't happen again and that you turn into a success. So yeah, I think that's pretty much everything. I think this is quite a short and sweet one today, if I'm honest. But it is New Year. It is a great time to start making goals, putting pen to paper, and just making yourself accountable. I've got I did an Instagram post about it today. I've got a 2023 planner. It's on my wall. So for these podcasts and things, I can intersect and plan people in and be a bit more organized myself to make myself more accountable. And you need to do the same. You need to make a goal and then make a plan around that goal. And if making a plan around that goal is too scary and you can't do it, get help. Ask your loved one. Ask a friend. Employ a coach. An online coach or a one-to-one PT like myself, coached by Alan Fitton, or a PT that you know, or a relative that you know that does fitness and training. Get yourself involved. Make an accountability buddy. Get someone there that's going to keep you on form week in, week out, get you eating better, moving more, doing these things, working on your health, making a better version of you. That's all we want at the end of the day. When at my first episode of this podcast, I said the things we're going to talk about in these podcasts, no matter what, is being a better version of yourself. And that's what I want this all to be about. We should all be striving to be a better person than what we were yesterday, than what we were last year. Self-improvement is massive. And, through trying, attempting, new goal set, putting plans in place, failures, all these things grow us as individuals and helps us progress and helps us blossom and helps us improve. I am today a much better person than what I was 5-10 years ago. I've come a massively long way than the person I used to be. And that's through going through the things I've been through in life and the good times, the bad times. And we all go through these good and bad times and we just continue to blossom and grow as individuals. And by God, it's a journey, and it's a fantastic journey because you get so much wisdom and education and knowledge from going through this. And I think that's just life. That's the marvel of life. And how amazing is it? It is absolutely incredible. And I think it's sad if there's people out there that don't want to improve, that don't want to blossom, they don't want to grow, help develop themselves and improve and grow. And, that's the value of life. And even better, if you can do that with someone, that you can do that thing and then inspire someone else to do that with you, or inspire someone else to be better, fitter, and healthier. The thing this podcast is achieving is it's outreaching to people that I would never think would listen to this. Hello. And it's motivating these people to get out there in the gym, eat healthier, do better, do more. And that's an impact that I can have chatting on here. Like it's absolutely incredible. It's priceless. It's invaluable. I absolutely love it. I apologize. I've had an awful lot of caffeine today. I really do have a buzz. I've had an energy drink and I've had 2 coffees and I'm literally off my face. Maybe I should do that more often, or maybe not. I might end up having a heart attack. Maybe not so much a bad idea. Good idea. I don't know where I was going with that. But yeah, anyway. So I went onto a bit of a tangent there as what I do. But as I was saying, it's New Year. Let's make some goals. Let's break those goals down and let's make them into something that we can sustain, achieve, and tick off this year, we've had loads of years of negativity of COVID and lockdown and all this negativity that we've had these past few years. I feel like this year is finally the year that is, I know it's been a tough year because of bills and all the other stuff that's like at all new highs at the moment, but we're starting this year as a fresh. Let's try and make 2023 the year that we came back. Let's try and make this year the year that we worked on our fitness, on our health, that we improved ourselves tenfold, that got, that worked harder in our jobs and got a, what do you call it? What's it called? My mind's going completely blank. A promotion. You quit your job, so something that you're passionate and you love. You had a family, you got a new girlfriend. Let's make this year something fucking great. Because by God, we've had some years of some negative times. And I feel like this year is one year that we're finally walking into a space to which we can have positivity and that we can push and blossom and look to move on and be positive. So let's make this fucking year our own. If you're not already, Instagram at Coach by Alan. Facebook, I am on there, but I prefer Instagram. It's much better. I will be posting about positivity. I'm also on TikTok as well. Talking. TikToks again at Coach by Alan. Again, I just want to keep this positivity up and make this year as positive as I can for myself, for the people listening, for you guys, and anyone that I coach and come into contact with. Let's make 2023 one hell of a year of positivity, personal growth, and helping develop and grow the people around us as well. So as I was saying, we're going to keep this short and sweet today. I think 20 minutes is more than enough for me to sat here chatting. There's so much content coming. I'm so damn excited for it. We're going to achieve an awful lot this year. I honestly can't wait. I'm so stoked about it. And yeah, as I said, one-to-one PTs, I am available. Southpaw, if you want to work with me. Online coach, I am available. Also, if you want to work with me, I have slots available. So go through my Instagram page at Coach by Alan's consultation form on there. You can fill it out, and I'll be in touch with you. Ideas. If you have anyone that you'd like me to get on the podcast, or if you'd like to come on, if you'd like to have a chat with me, I will meet legitimately anyone for a coffee. I don't give two hoots. I make time for anyone. So yes, we'll leave that there. Welcome back. We are here. 2023. Let's crush it. Let's get some goals. Let's smash them. I look forward to seeing you guys on the next podcast. It's going to probably be with a guest. There's awesome guests coming up. I'm very lucky. I'm very excited. And yeah, let's make this year our bitch and let's crush it legitimately. I've chatted for too long. That's a wrap. I'll catch you guys in the next one. I'll see you soon.